He said it might have been one of the worst coaching jobs in the history of the NFL. There's 20 dirty hands for what was allowed, tolerated in this frickin' training rooms, the meeting rooms, the offense. I don't know Hackett. A lot of people had dirt on their hands. It wasn't just Russell. He didn't just flip. He still has it. This BS that he hit a wall, shoot. They couldn't get a play in. They were 29th in the league in pre-snap penalties on both sides of the football.
20 yards to make it a 60-yard attempt. Wilson lost the football! Rolling towards the sideline! Picked up by the Jets! It's Hall! And he goes!
So I can't think of too many worse feelings than when you get to Thursday, a busy week, but you're excited for some football, only to find out that one of the teams playing is the Denver Broncos. Absolutely devastating feeling. And so, to nobody's surprise at all, the Broncos did not beat the Kansas City Chiefs on Thursday and have now fallen to 1-5 on the season. So, like a couple other teams in the league, the Broncos season is pretty much over too. And so, in this NFL season, I will say that one of the kind of fascinating storylines, and I'm loving it, maybe out of spite, is the complete and utter demise of Sean Payton. And boy, did he have it coming. Because in general, he has given me Urban Meyer, Jacksonville Jaguar vibes from the go. A guy that had previous success elsewhere, comes in after sort of taking a break, my way or the highway, fails miserably, while everybody seems to hate him along the way. Just my opinion, but because let's talk about it. So, Sean Payton, Saints coach, won a Super Bowl, retires, became a talking head for Fox Sports. Just like, pretty much every other football analyst, he was pretty miserable to listen to, but he always had very strong opinions. And then he decided to take the Denver Broncos job after Nathaniel Hackett failed miserably last year, as a rookie head coach, but the Broncos were easily the biggest disappointment last year. So then Sean Payton comes in, he gets hired, and he goes gangbusters. He goes on the offensive, no pun intended. He says that Nathaniel Hackett did one of the worst coaching jobs in NFL history, basically, which to me was massively disrespectful to a guy that was a rookie head coach. And there were a lot of problems on that team last year. Sure, Hackett wasn't perfect, but he wasn't the only reason that team sucked last year. It's the truth. And so it became funny to me when Hackett became the OC in the Jets. Which team beat the Broncos a couple weeks ago? Yeah. Jets. Hilarious. Because the Jets are a bad team too, but that was the start. And what Sean Payton has sort of also done is thrown his quarterback under the bus over and over again. I've never seen somebody disrespect a future Hall of Fame quarterback as much as Sean Payton has with Russell Wilson. In the press conferences from the beginning, said things like Russell Wilson was fixable, something like that, which is such a weird thing to say to your team, to somebody essentially reporting to you. Doesn't really exude a lot of confidence, so I didn't like that. I haven't really liked a lot of the Russell Wilson slander in general. Yeah, he's corny and kind of annoying, but for easily an 8-year stretch, he was a top 5-6 quarterback in the league. No doubt about it. Go Google him. Go YouTube him. He was a beast, and he deserves more respect than that. And then even recently, after one of their 5 losses, Sean Payton in the press conferences said, Russell need to stop kissing babies and focus, stuff like that. Which again, bring him into your office and say that, but don't be airing that out publicly. I don't know who Sean Payton thinks he is. He's lucky he has that one Super Bowl, because 15 years from now, the only cool thing and notable thing, not cool obviously, is the Bounty Gate. You know, remember that? Got suspended for a year because he kind of oversaw, didn't really do much about the paying to injure players intentionally. And that scandal, you know, a lot of that seemed to happen during his, best years with the Saints. Gets suspended for the year, comes back. They never win again. And Sean was supposed to be one of these great defensive minds too, but I always felt like every Saints game, 2015, would be 42 Giants, 35 Saints. That was why Drew Brees was always stat padding, was because he was always down, because the defense was massively overrated. As is Sean Payton. So he can take his arrogance, but as far as I'm concerned, he's done a worse job than Nathaniel Hackett has done last year. Nathaniel Hackett's like a kid coming right out of college to try to do the job. Of course, mistakes are going to happen. Sean Payton is like a middle-aged associate. The mistakes Sean Payton's making are unacceptable. He's not the right guy for the job. Yeah, Nathaniel Hackett did one of the worst coaching jobs in history. Then what are they going to say about you when you're in the tank for Caleb Williams train in 2 months? And that bowl looks like it might be coming, because on Christmas Eve it's going to be Broncos Patriots, and the entire United States is going to be stuck choosing that. So yeah, maybe they'll go do their Yankee swaps and stuff instead of watching the game, but the concussion protocol activist has gotten entirely what he's deserved, because from the beginning of his time with the Broncos, he's been nothing but a massive jerk. So a 1-5, start to the season is, to me, very refreshing.